1/4 of this country should be underwater. The North Sea presses against it every single day without stopping. 17 million people live below sea level here in complete safety, because the Dutch refused to accept what geography told them was true. This is the impossible country and the engineering that created it over 1,000 years of relentless human effort. 26% of the Netherlands lies below sea level. Another 29% would flood regularly without the engineering system protecting it from above. The lowest point in the country sits nearly 7 meters below sea level in the middle of the Nieuwerkerk polder. Without pumps, dikes, and barriers running continuously 24 hours a day, Rotterdam would be underwater within 48 hours. The Rhine, Meuse, and Scheldt rivers all reach the sea through the Netherlands, delivering water from Switzerland, Germany, and France simultaneously. The Dutch have been fighting the sea for over 1,000 years. The first dikes were built in the year 1000 AD. Turpin artificial mounds of earth were built across the flat coastal plain so communities could survive floods by moving to higher ground temporarily. As the population grew, temporary flood refuges were not enough. The Dutch needed to keep the water out permanently. The first dikes were simple earthen banks, but the sea kept eroding them, breaching them, and reclaiming land the Dutch had won. The solution that changed everything arrived in the 14th century. The Dutch invented a water-pumping windmill that could drain entire lakes. The polder windmill used rotating scoop wheels to lift water from the low polder up and over the dike into higher drainage channels. Using chains of windmills working together, the Dutch pumped out entire inland lakes, creating new agricultural land from the seabed itself, where fish had once swum. The Beemster polder, drained in 1612, is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the world's first modern planned landscape. The word polder has entered engineering language globally. It means land reclaimed from water and maintained below sea level by active pumping. The process is always the same. Surround the water body with dikes, pump it dry, let the soil consolidate, then farm the floor. The Netherlands has reclaimed over 2,700 square kilometers of land from the sea, an area larger than Luxembourg's entire territory. The most ambitious polder project in history was draining the entire IJsselmeer in the 20th century, creating a new province. On the night of January 31st, 1953, a storm surge from the North Sea combined with spring tide pushed water over hundreds of dikes simultaneously. In a single night, 1,836 people drowned. Over 70,000 were displaced. 200,000 livestock were killed. Thousands of houses were destroyed completely. The flooding was preventable. The dike network was known to be inadequate. The government had delayed the improvements for years. The Dutch government made a promise after 1953. This would never happen again, whatever the cost, whatever the engineering challenge required. The Delta Works program, authorized in 1958, would take 40 years to complete and cost the equivalent of billions of modern dollars. 13 dams, dikes, sluices, locks, and storm surge barriers were constructed across the Rhine-Scheldt Delta, permanently protecting the southwestern Netherlands from North Sea storm surges. The American Society of Civil Engineers named the Delta Works one of the 7 wonders of the modern world in 1994. The Eastern Scheldt Barrier alone contains 65 steel gates, each 42 meters wide and up to 9 meters tall, operated by hydraulic systems. The Maaslandkering storm surge barrier protects Rotterdam, Europe's largest port, and it is unlike any flood defense ever built before it. 2 curved steel floating arms, each as long as the Eiffel Tower, is tall, swing out from each bank and meet in the middle to close. The barrier operates autonomously. No human decides when to close it. The computer triggers closure when storm surge forecasts reach threshold values. When closed, each arm is flooded with water to sink it and seal the waterway against North Sea storm surge. Beneath every polder in the Netherlands, a network of drainage ditches feeds water continuously to pumping stations that run day and night forever. There are over 3,500 pumping stations in the Netherlands today, collectively pumping billions of cubic meters of water every single year continuously. If the pumps stopped for more than 24 hours, significant portions of the country would begin to flood from within. The Dutch pumping system is the single largest and most complex water management infrastructure operated by any nation on Earth today, without exception. The Netherlands has 21 regional water boards, the oldest democratic institutions in the country, some dating back to the 13th century. In Dutch democracy, flooding is too serious to leave to the national government. Water boards answer directly to the affected communities. The logic is ancient and practical. If the dike fails, everyone drowns equally, so everyone has equal responsibility for maintaining it. In the 20th century, the Dutch strategy was to fight the water at every point. In the 21st century, the strategy changed completely. The Room for the River program, launched in 2007, deliberately made the rivers wider, deeper, and allowed to flood controlled areas intentionally instead of fighting them. Towns that had been protected by ever higher dikes were instead moved back from the river to create space for flooding. The program spent €2.3 billion and moved communities, farms, and industrial facilities to give the rivers room to rise safely. All of this engineering, 1,000 years of it, is now facing a threat that was not in any of the original calculations. The North Sea is rising. Current projections show 1 to 2 meters of sea level rise by 2100, above what the current dikes were designed for. The Netherlands is already spending €5 billion annually on water management. Climate change will require significantly more. The Dutch government's Delta program has set targets for dike reinforcement that require upgrading over 1,500 kilometers of dike by 2050. Over 100 delegations from countries worldwide visit the Netherlands every year to study its water management approach and learn its methods. Dutch water management firms are now hired by Bangladesh, Vietnam, Jakarta, Miami, and New Orleans to design flood protection systems for their threatened coastlines. Jakarta was sinking and flooding simultaneously. Dutch engineers designed the giant sea wall protecting the Indonesian capital's bay. The Netherlands has turned its greatest geographic vulnerability into its most valuable export, 1,000 years of accumulated water management knowledge. The Dutch don't just manage water as infrastructure. They build cities that incorporate water as a feature rather than fearing it as a threat. Rotterdam has floating houses, floating neighborhoods, and a floating indoor market. Buildings designed to rise with floodwater rather than resist it with walls. Children in the Netherlands learn about dikes and water management the same way children elsewhere learn about traffic safety. The Netherlands is not an accident of history. It is a deliberate act of will extended across 1,000 years without interruption. Every canal, every dike, every polder, every pump, every storm surge barrier is a vote against the geography that says this country cannot exist. As sea levels rise globally, the lesson the Netherlands has to teach the world has never been more urgent. 17 million people live safely below the North Sea right now because their ancestors refused to accept that water had the final word over land. Which country do you think will face this same challenge from rising seas next? Tell me below. If this story changed how you think about what engineering can defend against, subscribe. New deep dives every single week.